Hi guys, welcome to the ultimate book video. I filmed this last summer, filmed one of these, and I really enjoyed it. And I thought, why not do it again, because I have some fun bookish things coming up. So in this video, you can expect updating my reading journal, book shopping / book haul, reading a book. We're going to read a book together. One of my book clubs is doing a book bedazzling night for our next book club meeting. And then I'm also going to an Ashley Poston, I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name. I'm going to a book signing for her new book. So I'm going to include that in this video too. So this video is going to be filmed from within like a month span because it's still like a month away, that book signing, but that's going to be included in this video also. So lots of fun things. I thought I could give you a little mini book haul because I did some shopping yesterday and today. Yesterday I just went to Barnes & Noble for a couple books, and then today after the gym I went to Goodwill and hit the jackpot at Goodwill. So I wanted to show you the books that I got. Starting with the Goodwill haul, the first book that I got is The Odyssey. I really am wanting to read this before the movie comes out, so I'll have to read the Iliad first because I think you're supposed to read that one first. But this copy was just really pretty. I really like the color and the print on it, and then the ends are like the deckled edges. And all of the books I got at Goodwill were only $2.29, so perfect. And then I got The Cruel Prince. I've already read this whole series, but I don't have any of my own copies because I bought them, or I listened to them all on my Libby app. So when I saw that they had the first one, thought might as well pick it up, and I am super excited to have a copy of this. Hopefully I'll be able to collect the whole series eventually. The other three I got, I have not read. But I swear someone had donated their entire Book Talk collection because I found so many popular books at Goodwill today. One of those being Shatter Me. I have not read this series, so I'm excited to dive into this. I know this is a really big series, so I don't know when I'll be getting to it, but I have the first one now for whenever I decide to get into the series. And then I also picked up To Kill a Kingdom. I don't know much about this one, but I've seen it all over Book Talk and BookTube and Bookstagram and things, so figured I would pick it up and give it a try. And then the last book I got from Goodwill was These Hollow Vows. Again, don't know much about it, but I've seen it all over the book community. So I figured might as well give this one a try too. I'm super excited. I found so many good things at Goodwill. And then at Barnes & Noble yesterday, I went for 2 books and I ended up getting just those 2 books. The first one is The Favorites by Lane Fargo. I recently read this. I listened to it, and it's my most recent 5-star read. I loved this book so much, so I knew immediately while I was in the middle of listening to it that I needed a physical copy of it, and I've been trying to find it, but no Targets have it around me, and I don't go to Barnes & Noble as often as I go to Target. So I went to Target yesterday to see if they had the other book that I wanted because it came out yesterday, but they didn't have it out on the shelves. The Target by me is awful at putting new releases out. The past couple that I've bought on release day, I've had to go ask the guest service counter for them to go find it in the back because they don't have it out on the floor. So I think I'm just done trying to go to Target for new releases. So if I don't have it pre-ordered, I will be going to Barnes & Noble from now on to find them because it's so annoying. But I knew I needed a copy of this one, so since I was going to Barnes & Noble to pick up Releasing 10, figured I would get that one too. I am so excited to read this book. As you can tell, there's a bookmark in there because this is the book we will be reading in this video. I am so excited to get to this. Also, I love how floppy it is. It is literally the perfect floppiness. Look at this. I have really been loving the Boys of Tommen series. They have a lot of trauma and depth to them, but I really enjoy them. They don't feel like YA books to me because of all of the depth and emotion and trauma and just things the characters go through. Because of all of that, they don't feel like YA books to me. And this is the book we will be reading in this video. So let's get reading. That's my birthday. I need to leave in about 30 minutes to go to book club. I have one of my book clubs tonight and we are going to one of the girls' houses because we are bedazzling books, which I am so excited for. I have my bag packed with Great Big Beautiful Life because that is the book that we read, so that's the book we're talking about. So I'm bringing it with me because I have some quotes and stuff, so I have that. And then I also have my paperback copy of Fourth Wing because that's the book that I'm going to be bedazzling. I'm not expecting to get all of it done. I am really probably only going to be focusing on the title and things because I bought all of the materials that we will need. And from what I saw, she just bought a pack that was all different colors, same size. And I want to do the background of my Fourth Wing copy with different sizes, so not just all one size gem. So I'm not going to get pretty far into like the background things, but I'm definitely going to be focusing on like the title and that kind of thing. Okay, so I have some Bookish mail that I wanted to unbox with you guys while I'm filming this book video. But first off, how cute is this packaging? It is a literal bookshelf and it says Happy Mail inside. Please do not bend. I ordered a new Kindle case and that is what this is. It is from Miyagi Moose, I think is how you pronounce it. But let's open her. Oh, I'm so excited. Here she is. It came with a little business card and then a thank you note. Oh my gosh, the back is so cute. I feel like I could definitely use this as a bookmark. And then this is the Kindle case. It says Kindle case, Miyagi Moose is the name, but I got the Throne of Glass one. Here's more of her information. Oh my gosh, this is adorable. The color on the inside. Like I said, I got the Throne of Glass one. Here is a close-up of all of the details on it. And then it opens up and it has a strap and a stand. And this color on the inside is so pretty. It magnets shut so it won't open. Does it magnet the other way too? Oh, it does! Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I've never had a Kindle case like this. Little strap. I've only ever had my clear case with stickers on the back, so I am excited for this. I love all the little details on here. I'm in love. Let's go put it on my Kindle. Okay, I just grabbed my Kindle and like I said, I just have had this clear case with stickers on it So we are going to take it off. All of my stickers. I have not seen my Kindle without anything on it in a long time. I have the sage green one. Look how cute! And then I can just use the strap to hold it while I read, or this way. Can set it up. Nice and easy to read. Yay! Okay, so I have a little reading update on Releasing 10. It has taken me so long to read this book. I don't know if it's just like because of how, like, these words are so small and the pages, it's like bigger than a normal paperback book. It's like the size of a hardback book, and with how small the words are, there are 730 pages in this book, which probably, if it was a normal paperback book, would probably be close to like 1,000 pages, normal size. And the words are tiny, so it is taking me a long time to get through this book. I am currently on page 297, so I'm not even halfway done. I'm almost halfway, and I feel like I am not gravitating towards picking it up because I don't know, it's just really hard to read. A lot of the things that Lizzie goes through is just so devastating, and reading about it is really hard. And so when I do pick it up to read it, I feel like I'm reading a couple chapters and then I have to stop and scroll for a little bit and then pick it back up and read a couple more chapters. So even like the other day, I was sitting and reading for a big chunk of the day, but I only got like not even 100 pages read because I had to keep pausing in between because it's like literally, it's so sad what Lizzie has to go through. And also because it takes you back so far in the past, I feel like it kind of takes you out of the story a little bit too. Like the continuation of the found family and everything that we had in every other book in this series, because even with Claire and Gibbs's Taming Seven, even with that one, it, like the beginning part took you back further in time, but then it went back to present day. This one, I don't even think it gets to present day. It's just taking a long time for me to get into the story. So I feel like this one's gonna take me a long time to read. Part of me even wants to put a pause on it and read a different book and then pick this one back up. But I know if I do that, I'm not going to want to pick it back up, so I just need to push through and continue reading. And if I want to read something else, I'll just read something on my Kindle, because I typically like to have multiple books going anyway. Hi guys, so I have a little bit of a book haul and book mail that I wanted to show you. So first I have a giant book haul from Goodwill, because the other day Goodwills were doing half off the entire store for one day. So I went with my sister and her partner and got a couple things, so I thought I would show them to you. First, I got Educated, a memoir. I've heard really great things about this memoir, and memoirs are like one of the only nonfiction books that I like to read. So I saw this one and I've heard great things, so I thought I would pick it up. And then I got the Bible in 52 Weeks, a yearly Bible study for women. I've seen this at Target all the time, and every time I'm at Target I think about picking it up, and it was at Goodwill for, oh my goodness, all of these were like $2 to $3 normally, and it was half off, so most of them were $1 to $2. Oh, and there is a tiny bit of writing. The person that did this only did the first week and only a couple things, but she wrote it in pencil, so I'll be able to erase it. Oh, there's a sticker. Joy, love, peace, and patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. That's cute. And then I got Little Fires Everywhere. I've heard really great things about this book as well, and it is a TV show, so I'm excited for this one as well. And then I've already read this book, but I don't know where my copy went. It must have gotten lost in a move somewhere, or I got rid of it or something, but I wanted a copy. So I picked it up because I found it, and it is The Alchemist. I have already read this and I enjoyed it, so I wanted a physical copy, but I don't know where mine went, so got that. And then I got this one from Nora Roberts. I've never read a Nora Roberts, but she is a really popular author, so hopefully it's good. But it is called Summer Cove. It's set in Greece, and Greece is like the #1 place I want to go. So I am really excited for that. I think it actually is 2 stories in one, because it says 2 beloved summer classics on here. I don't know, but it has the deckled edges, which are really cool, and not many books have anymore. The Alchemist also has deckled edges. I love a good deckled edge, but not a lot of books have them anymore. And then I have also read this one as well. I read it on my Kindle, and I've read everything from the series so far, and the series is okay. It's not like my favorite, but I really liked this one, mainly for the fall vibes, but it is the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I didn't want to buy this one full price because it's not my favorite, but it is so cute that I wanted it for my shelves. So when I saw this one, I got so excited. My sister actually found this one and showed it to me because it says Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and she knows I'm a big pumpkin spice girl. Little did she know I had already read it, but happy to have that one to my shelf. This one, I have seen the movie, but I've never read the book, and it is Room by Emma Donoghue. The movie is amazing, but it is a really sad story, but I am excited to read the book and see how it compares to the movie. And then I found a Jennifer Weiner book, which I have never read a Jennifer Weiner book either, so I'm excited for this one too. It's called Mrs. Everything. It sounded really interesting on the back, so got that. And then the last book I got from Goodwill is another book that I've read already, and it is a memoir, and it is Becoming Free Indeed by Ginger Duggar. I used to like to watch the 19 Kids and Counting. I found the show when it was 19 Kids and Counting, so I wasn't a follower from the very beginning. But it was an interesting show, and I liked it. So I have read Ginger and Jill's memoirs. But when I saw this one, I knew I needed to grab a copy because I really enjoyed it. That is the Goodwill book haul, but now I have some book mail that I wanted to open with you guys. There is a company called Hambright that does like ARC copies of books. I've gotten ebook of this book actually, but then they were sending out regular physical copies too, and I got picked for a physical copy, so it came and I thought I would open it with you. This bubble packaging mailer is really cute. So I've never read anything from this author, so it will be a first for me. It's hard to open, my goodness. It's called The Love Fix by Jill Shalvis. This is what it looks like. It is so cute, and it is a uncorrected proof, not for sale, so it is an ARC copy. But it is so cute, and one of the main reasons why I was drawn to this was because, for those that don't know, my name is Lexi. Well, my full name is Alexia, but I go by Lexi. And the main character's name in this book is Lexi. So, Lexi Clark's life is falling apart around her, so when she's summoned home to Sunrise Cove, the last thing she wants to do is face all the complications she left behind. Her past, her stepsister Ashley, and especially her infuriating, gorgeous childhood nemesis turned crush Keith Bowman. Yep, Lexi's pretty sure being home again just might kill her. She's an overachiever, art appraiser who doesn't believe in trust, love, or happily ever afters. Free spirit Ashley, on the other hand, is so full of life it hurts to look at her. But Lexi can't refuse Ashley's plea to honor their late mother's final wish to make amends with the people she'd wronged. So on behalf of her estranged mother's estate, and with Heath in tow as the executor, Lexi embarks on a road trip to repay all the people her gambling-addicted mother owed money to. Complicating everything are the feelings that well up in Lexi for her mom, for Ashley, and most of all for Heath. And for the record, she doesn't like it, or the way he has for scaling the walls that she's built up around her heart. The road trip shenanigans that ensue are both funny and heartbreaking, and Lexi finds something shocking along the way, accepting family and unbelievably, if you ask Lexi anyway, love. Sounds really good. I will have to read this one really soon so I can post a review for it. This is later in this interconnected standalone series, so keep that in mind, I guess, if you're someone that likes to read interconnected standalones in order. This one is number 8, I believe. This one is number 8 in the series, but they're interconnected standalones, so you don't have to read it in order. I just pulled up to where I'm meeting my friend for dinner, and then we are going to our book signing. So just thought I would update you. I'm so excited to meet Ashley Poston tonight. I brought my 2 books that I have of her that I've read, A Novel Love Story and The 7-Year Slip. I've brought them both with me so that I can have her sign them, and I'm so excited. But first we're going to dinner and then to the signing.
So it just kind of depends on Yeagel's potential, and then you feel like, oh my god, like I'm good.
That was fun. I haven't seen you in so long. I'm gonna try not to flash you guys. Don't worry. I have a word. Huh? Careful with your phone. Oh, my phone. Sounds Like Love is about a burnt out songwriter and a has-been musician who's basically a hosier with daddy issues. Gonna do, what does she want to learn? What should she learn in this novel? What is she going through? And then I make a love interest who is the foil for the main character, because to me, like, a romance is 2 characters learning something that they couldn't learn by themselves through someone else. Right. And so I'm like, well, okay, so what is a way for them to learn something like about themselves through each other in a magical way? And so that's how I kind of like build out the magic of these stories. And like the magic only basically affects the 2 main characters. It doesn't affect anyone else in the story. Right, so it's like kind of, it's like not believable, right? Because like it's telepathy, but you never know. There could be 2 people who are telepathically connected somewhere. I mean, you could be sitting right beside them. You never know. Yeah, you could have.
Hi, how are you? Good, how are you? Good. I love your. Thank you. I mean, I had to like kind of like match your Fiji.
I love it. Both are great, and I love your hair. I'm a hairstylist.
Oh, are you really? I just got a repurple last week, so you can probably absolutely see the extensions in my hair. We're not going to talk about it.
No, they're great.
Thank you.
So I am on the way to the gym right now, but I thought I would tell you about the signing last night. It was so much fun. I loved Ashley Poston. I never remember which one it is. Ashley Poston. I think it's Poston. I absolutely loved her. She was so funny and fun to listen to. But we'll back up from the beginning. It was so fun. My friend and I went out to dinner first. We went to a place called The Porch, and it was really good. I had some nachos, and the nachos were really good. And then we went straight to where the book signing was at a local bookstore near us. The actual event, the talk, didn't start until 7 p.m. We got to the venue, or they were doing check-in started at 6:30, where you would like go and get your book, and they would give you a group number or a group letter, and that determined the order in which they were going to be doing the signing after the talk. That started at 6:30. We got to the bookstore at like 5:15, 5:20, because we wanted to make sure we were in that first group, because we get tired at the end of the night, you know? But we ended up being the first and second person in line. Because we got there so early, we just like looked around, and I ended up buying The Dead Romantics because I've only read The 7-Year Slip and A Novel Love Story by her. So I had both of those books, so I brought those to sign, but she was signing up to 3 books, and Sounds Like Love was already pre-signed. She pre-signed all of them. So I ended up buying The Dead Romantics because I eventually want to read that one as well. I want to wait until like October to read that one. So I ended up buying that at the store because it basically was free, because it was $17 for the book. And I had a $10 off, so it was only like $7, but then I also had Apple Cash because one of my clients paid me in Apple Cash, and whenever I have a client pay me in Apple Cash, it feels like free money. Girl math. We were the first people into where they were like area where they were doing the talk, because we were person 1 and 2, and so we were able to get very front row seating. You'll see from like the clips. Obviously, we got so close, and she was just so fun and funny, and I absolutely adored her. And it definitely made her, just like that experience made her a higher up author to me than what she was. But there was another author that was up on stage like talking with her. It almost felt like a podcast. They weren't really interviewing each other. They just like were having a conversation. So it definitely felt like I was watching a podcast, which was so fun. But that other author, her books sound really interesting, so I'm definitely going to have to look into her books, because she has 2 different series. One of them has like 4 books in the series already, and the other one just has 1, and the second one comes out in September. The other author was Jen DeLuca, and I felt really proud of myself because I got out of my comfort zone and started up a conversation with a girl in line while we were waiting to get our book signed. And we ended up like following each other on Goodreads and on Instagram. So I kind of made a little friend in line, which was so fun. But I had a blast, and I love going to book signings, and I definitely need to go to more, because it's so fun getting to hear the author talk about their books and their writing process and all that stuff. So I definitely need to pay more attention to when bookstores around me are doing book signings, because it was so fun, and the only other ones I've gone to have been for like smaller authors. So it was really fun getting to go to one for like a bigger author, but I had so much fun. Taking me so long to get through Releasing 10. I guess I could talk a little update about that because it's been a while, but I literally have been reading it for like a month now, and I'm only a little over halfway done with the book. The content in it is just so heavy that I feel like I can only read it in snippets, and I can't just like sit down and binge it, because it's just like a heavy book. So it's taking me a very, very long time to get through. Okay, so I thought I would give you an update on Releasing 10 while I am eating my breakfast. I did end up finishing Releasing 10 finally. It took me exactly a month to read that book. I ended up giving it 3.5 stars. It's definitely not my favorite in the series, but it's not terrible. It's just so heavy, and the words are so small. The book is so big, and it's so long that it just took forever to get into. But also, the content of the book is just so heavy. I feel like, you know, all of the books in the Boys of Tommen series are like here with their content. Like, it's all heavy. Like, okay, this is like a normal book content. This is like where Boys of Tommen content is, like hardness wise or heaviness. This was Releasing 10. I just felt like it was double the amount of heaviness as any of the other Boys of Tommen books are. It was just really hard for me to read, to enjoy, so I gave it a 3.5. I pushed through. Part of me wanted to just DNF it because it was taking me so long to get through. I ended up pushing through because I knew that there would be crucial information learned in this book about Lizzie and Hugh that would be important for books later on in the series, because I still do want to read the rest of the series also. Those are my thoughts. I can't give too much away about like the heaviness of the content because obviously that's kind of spoilery, but just know if you get triggered really easily, I know I've said this for all of the Boys of Tommen series to check your trigger warnings, but especially for Releasing 10, please check your trigger warnings if you get triggered very easily. While I'm getting ready, I thought I could talk to you about what my plan is for the day today, because I actually have something fun and exciting and book related. If you see this bright blue band-aid, pretend you didn't. I cut myself pretty bad yesterday at the salon. Cannot forget the SPF, especially in Arizona. Today I am going to a library book sale with my mother-in-law and my aunt. I've been to this specific book sale once before and it was actually really fun. It was years and years ago, so I don't fully remember everything about it and like what it's like, but we are planning to get there like at open. Actually, we're planning to get there before open so that we're there when it opens, so that way we can get the best selection of things. I will definitely be taking you guys along with me, and this will be the last thing that we do together in this video. I found out about it like 2 days ago, so I wasn't planning to add this into this video, but I have not edited this video yet, so I figured might as well add it in since it is something bookish and fun. I am also wearing my Throne of Glass t-shirt, so that way I could maybe make a new friend. Who knows? I will definitely be taking you with me to the sale and then also showing you a haul when I get home of the things that I got from said sale. And all of the hardcover books that they are selling are going to be $1 each. And then all of the paperbacks are 50 cents each. So, crazy sale.
Let's go. No.
So I just got home from the book sale and I got, oh my gosh, I can't even hold them all. Let me stand up. I got 11 books. Let's go through all of them. Most of them I have not heard of. They are fully, I just saw them, read the back, and they sounded interesting, and all the hardbacks were $1 and the paperbacks were 50 cents. So in my head I was like, if it sounds even remotely interesting, I'm gonna get it because it's so cheap, so might as well. Probably not the best mindset to have, but it is what it is. So I got 3 paperbacks, the rest were all hardbacks. So the first one that I got is called The Rosie Project. This is one that I do know or I've seen it around. I don't know much about it, but I see it at Goodwill all the time when I go. And I've also seen it on like Goodreads and stuff. So I picked it up because it was only 50 cents. And then I got this one called The Beloveds by Maureen Lindley. I have seen this one around also. I think I've seen it on either like my Kindle or at Goodwill, something like that. I've seen this book before, so I figured might as well pick this one up too. It was one that sounded like kind of interesting. A lot of these I don't really know what they're about because it was so crowded. It was so crowded in the room that the sale was going on that like I couldn't fully read the whole back of these books. I could just like skim the back of them, and if it interested me just from skimming it, then I grabbed it. So a lot of these I don't really know what they are about. And the next book that I got is called Mortal Fall, a novel of suspense by Christine Carbo. This is what it looks like. It caught my attention because it says Glacier National Park police officer Monty Harris knows that each summer at least one person, be it a reckless, arrogant climber or a distracted hiker, will meet tragedy in the park. That just sounded really interesting to me. I have in the past listened to a podcast called National Park After Dark, and it talks about things that happen in national parks, natural disasters, or like crimes. And so this one sounded interesting, so I grabbed it. The rest are all hardbacks. So this one is called Heartspring Mountain. This is what this one looks like. A lot of these have the like extra plastic covering on them. So I'm trying to decide if I want to take that part off or not, but a lot of them have that on them because they were obviously library books. So this one takes place after the tropical storm Irene hits Vermont. And then the next one I got is called Among the Wonderful, a novel. This one sounded interesting to me because it says, with uncanny confidence and impeccable timing, a young Phineas T. Barnum arrived in New York in 1842. And it just, that immediately is like, I'm gonna grab it because I love The Greatest Showman. And it sounded like it has to deal with P.T. Barnum. So figured it would be an interesting read. And then the next one that I got is called The Seasonaires. It looked like a good summer read. It says for a 20-something, there is no summer job better than being a seasonaire. No responsibilities, college is barely a thought, and you are surrounded by glamorous, beautiful people, intoxicating and seemingly carefree, and what could possibly go wrong? Sounded like a good summer read, so we're in summer, I grabbed it. The next one I got is called North River, a novel. This one sounded interesting because it is a historical fiction. I love historical fiction, and I want to expand my historical fiction because I usually just gravitate towards World War II, and I've recently read a couple that were like set during Vietnam or like after Vietnam, so I just wanted to expand a little bit, and this one takes place during the Great Depression in 1934, so I figured this could be a good one to help expand my historical fiction repertoire. And then I got The Sunlit Night by Rebecca Dinerstein. The cover looked cute. This one, I don't really know what this one's about, but it just looked cute, so I grabbed it. And then I grabbed this one. This is by the author that I've heard of. I've never heard of this specific book by her, but it is an Agatha Christie book. It's called The Body in the Library. Grabbed it because it's an Agatha Christie. If I've never read an Agatha Christie book, it's also really small, which is also kind of crazy because it is a large print copy of it, but I wanted to see what the Agatha Christie hype is all about, so I grabbed this one because I saw it as $1 and it's small. So I figured this could be a good one to read around like spooky season, you know. And then I grabbed Two Girls Down by Luisa Luna. This is a book of the month book, which is why I grabbed this one, because it comes with a book of the month bookmark in here. I really like the book of the month books, like the just actual like book itself, but I figured you can't go wrong with the book of the month recommendation. And the cover seemed interesting. The title and like the cover, it seems like it's going to be a thriller mystery type book, which I'm excited for. I need more of those in my life. And then the last book I got is Cloud Cuckoo Land. This one I got specifically when I saw it. I immediately picked it up because my best friend Maddie, this was one of her favorite books that she read last year. So when I saw it for only $1, I knew I needed to grab it because she's been trying to get me to read it for a while. I have it on my Kindle because it's on Kindle Unlimited downloaded, but when I saw it, I immediately grabbed it. Normally $30. Full price, got it for $1. Couldn't go wrong. So I'm excited. This is a lot thicker than I thought it was going to be, but I'm excited to give this one a read. It is by the same author of All the Light We Cannot See, and I really enjoyed that book, so I'm excited to read this one. It was fun, but I did not get very many clips because it was so crowded. There were so many people. It was just in a small room, so there wasn't a ton of space to like walk around or film. They had, the way that they had it all set up, it was like these little pockets where you could look at the books, and there were so many people that there was at least 2 to 3 people in each little pocket, so you could like barely move around. So because of that, I did not get very many clips, so sorry, you only get like 1 clip from there, but I'm excited for these books. I have no room on my bookshelf, so I don't know where I'm gonna put them. Let me know if you've read any of these and if I should move any of them up to my higher priority TBR and get to them a little sooner. Let me know. Anyway, that is gonna be it for this doing book things video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.